every second person is a criminal.
People are very disrespectful of other people in the road. In the way they drive. I had to take a left turn, right, of the expressway. I saw it in the rear view mirror. This XUV car, he overtook another car like this, and he overtook like this. And he was coming like diagonally across, but again, he's gonna hit me.
Every day you're working, you're thinking out of the box. This is my job.
I told you everything about myself. I didn't hide.
Your work is your devotion.
No, not of.
और बताइए सर, कैसी रही आपकी ड्राइव?
The drive was okay. I don't like driving.
That I could figure out.
I don't like driving in India at all. Metro जाती है, authorized if I have to go anywhere. But I like driving on the highways. So I used to.
You will get plenty of highways there.
No. I had this forest में retreat था ना, जहाँ पे मैं 2 साल के लिए था. In Pinch.
Writing book.
Yeah. So it was 1,000 kilometers away. So every year I used to drive down from there alone, 1,000 kilometers, and then drive back. So it was fun. I like doing that. I like doing that kind of things.
Not the regular day-to-day drive.
No, these drives, I get irritated. It's more than anything else. I find that people are very disrespectful of other people in the road. In the way they drive. I had to take a left turn, right, of the expressway. I saw it in the rear view mirror. This XUV car, he overtook another car like this, and he overtook like this. And he was coming like diagonally across, but again, he's going to hit me. And if he hits me, there goes my Monday ticket. And I'm like, don't. Don't. And he finally got away. It's just something which I worry, and it's got more crowded, right? It used to be so much more better. Delhi used to be much better.
Where have you spent maximum time in India?
Yeah, I have not spent time anywhere in maximum time. I have...
you have traveled a lot. Like I saw a visa officer must be like, we were discussing this point also, that कि आज तक हमने कोई visa regulation नहीं छोड़ा है.
मेरे को कभी visa refuse नहीं हुआ है.
हाँ, visa refuse नहीं हुआ.
And Schengen is a difficult one to get.
Yeah. You had US visa also, Australia visa also, Schengen, तो सारे continent तो cover हो ही गए.
No, but the thing was that I have lived off and on in Delhi, but not at a stretch. And in the beginning of my career, I did stay here for a bit, but after that, I have not.
Nice. Visa officer को मजा तो आया होगा फाइन देखकर.
I don't know. It's just that, she was asking me about the age thing, right? She was saying, why at this age? I said, I've never thought about age. And when I spoke to you, I was very upfront about it.
Yeah.
Look, the chances are, this is the option. So I want to give it a shot. And you were very candid about it. Yeah. Look, we have tried for 41 years old.
43 also.
43 years old. So, and I discussed it with my friends, and they said, okay, because... So a friend of mine, I told you, there was a guy who was recommended to me by this friend who's in New Zealand. And he said something to me, and all my visa applications, I've done them myself, except when I was, working, and they got my couple of visas done, the office people. But I was like, why would I tell them that I want to stay there? That's... I can understand honesty, but the visa officer is not looking for that. And then I asked you also. And I said, no, this is not, there's something off with this guy. Then you told me, no, sir, you're not supposed to say that, Even though they know, they don't want to hear it.
Because then you look like a potential immigrant. So it has to be dealt in a way that we are showing them that why we want to do this course. Yeah. So since you're going on a student visa, study should be your priority from each and every angle. You should not leave any open ends where visa officer will not have a answer to a potential question which can come to their mind.
No, but it was good because there were a lot of things, because I'm not a very money-minded person. In the sense, earned it, put it in the business, and I have enough money to live. I get my expenses and everything else. So that was a hiccup because I'm completely like, I've been living like a nomad.
Yeah.
Basically like a nomad. कभी जंगल चले गए book लिखते हैं, कभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया चले गए, कभी बॉम्बे चले गए. You know, I was talking to my sister, भैया तू कहाँ जाता रहता है? You know, then I said, okay, now I know where I have to live. I want to be in Australia, New Zealand. So that's very. So you know, all those things you really helped me through, because these are not easy ones to get done. Well, especially that loan thing, that was a big one.
Sir, I did a video that unsecured loans are okay. Even the NBFCs are okay as long as you disperse those funds in the account. We got almost 70 to 80 applications just for the unsecured loan people.
Yeah.
And then the rules were like that if you do not have regular income in India, then how you're going to pay off the EMI. Remember we had a conversation regarding that also. And then I did another video. So it was like these last 2 months have been a roller coaster. So we are seeing sometimes hard profiles are getting approved, easy ones are being denied. The visa officer is actually looking at the file or not. But we as a consultant, we have to make sure that we have covered each and every angle before we present the file to the immigration. So that became like a very jolly वाला काम होता है ना, बिल्कुल सोने के साथ आप वो deal कर रहे हो. Then you are responsible for the payments, you are responsible for the documents, what's going to be written in the SOP. Remember we had a last minute change on the SOP also.
Yeah.
And you were like कि ऐसे कैसे सोच लेते हो?
Very funny. Yeah. You know, I wrote, and I'm like, if somebody asks me to write a profile, I'm like a corporate guy. Right? I know tak okay, you know, and then he suddenly, we need to improve this. Right? And I think Indo-Pacific told him that you need to improve it.
Yes.
And he came up with this beautiful opening line, you know, about which one was
Sanders from KFC.
KFC, about KFC. Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did he get that from? It's a true story.
Yeah.
And but it was so beautifully written, and I was very impressed when I said this is a perfect opening to that, because you know suddenly you get whoever is reading it sucked in. Okay, this guy is saying something which is relevant.
Yeah.
You know, and it made perfect sense. Then I think finding a good partner to get this done, anything done. I think I did the best thing, and it was go with you.
I still remember when you first time called me, just 2 offices down from here, they were moving in and they were just starting the construction and all. And I wanted to talk to you in private, in detail, because until unless you don't understand the profile, you will not be able to give the exact solution. So I was like, मुझे ना एक केस है जो कि बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, एंड आई थिंक आई नीड टू पुल दैट वन ऑफ. मैं यहाँ सबको ये बोल के गया, एंड आई वेंट इनटू दैट ऑफिस, क्लोज्ड इट, एंड आई स्पोक टू यू, एंड आई वाज लाइक कि सर 70-80% चांसेस है कि फर्स्ट शॉट में हो जाएगा. रिमेंबर?
Yes, you told me, yes. Otherwise the second shot में
हाँ, otherwise second shot में we will figure out कि what went wrong, and then we will fix that and reapply. But the way things eventually worked out, we did not have to go for the second.
No, the paperwork you did.
Yeah.
I think the detailing you did on the papers for education, for the appointment letters which I sent you, you know, and the financial documentation. Everything was, I think, was something which made the case stronger, because that just creates the track record very clearly in the mind. And see, the thing is that normally my thing is people try to sell, and you were not selling it. You were talking to me facts, and I told you that you told me facts. 1, 2, 3, sir, these are the things we need to get these right, and if we do these, then it will be.
The chances will go higher.
Yeah,
the officer will be able to connect all the dots.
And the more you do that, and that's what, and I said, this guy is making absolute sense. And then we went through that. I also got serious, because I could, and every step of the way, at the right time, you guided me the right way. For example, okay, now what do we do about the aging of the funds? Okay, so let's put it in a fixed deposit. That was a great thing. I thought about it. I said, why can't I do that? Because I know they issue credit cards to some people because I've been a banker. I can't do that. I don't know if they'll do that or not, But then you said, okay, that can be done. So that happened. That took a lot of time, but otherwise we would have gone earlier. But that was...
But the delay would happen for only 1 month. We were supposed to go in March. And now you're going in April.
No, that is why I said, I'll go on April 29th. I told you. You said June.
I said that if you would need more time to wrap up things there and all those things. So that's why.
I am the kind of guy who can just...
pack the bags and leave.
I can literally put my stuff in the bag and be gone tomorrow.
So we were shooting a podcast the other day and my wife was like that I don't understand or don't know how students are able to pack their life into briefcases and then they just move. So I'm still figuring out that hum kya pack kare. So that was also an interesting thing.
Overpacking, thing is, you won't believe it. When you have the benefit of experience in life, not otherwise, in life, you realize, you need to collect less. You need to collect less. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I gave away literally, some time back, I gave away 2 large waste paper bags. Waste bags. Aate bade wale. I put clothes in and I gave it away.
Acha, wo plastic bags.
Dustbin bags. I put them in clothes and a lot of them were something I hadn't even worn. I just gave away branded stuff and not the normal Indian stuff. Just gave it away. I said, take it. And then I came back from Australia in August. And then again I packed 2. And I gave away. I said, just take them away. I don't need stuff. Just take it. Because it gives me anxiety.
My father is like that. He is very, he live lean. Very lean. But he can eat 2 chapatis and just be happy on he used to be a big foodie. And now he's just going lean on his body also that I don't want anything attached to me. He's very detached kind of.
No, that happens with age. But for me, I'm not detached from life. I'm full of life.
Yeah.
I like I told you, I work out every day.
Yeah, that was very, it is clearly visible.
I work out at least 6 days a week, 2 times every day. 2 times every day, morning.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it's how you model your life. I'm not a foodie. I'm a foodie. But I've become food is not a necessity for me. It's something which should be clean. It should be nutritious. It should be nutrition fine. Like I told you, I ज़्यादा खाना खाता नहीं And I'm a sportsman. I love reading. I've had the benefit of reading so many books in the past 3 months since I've been here. I've been working. I've been helping my brother start another business. So he's starting a business in Noida. He's opening up outlets.
Wow.
I said, just expand laterally and go smaller this time. Hey, what do you mean? I said, open smaller outlets. They would be more scalable.
Correct. One guy, one machine, and sell the fast-selling product.
And he said, wow. I said, Sambar Masala. I give him the brand name also, Sambar Masala. He said, really? He said, wow. And he started it. He just inaugurated his office. And I said, create a centralized kitchen. You control the quality of the product. You have the tools. You have already opened up 2-3 restaurants. So he's going ahead with it. So I was working with that. So
nice.
And then, I told him how to manage the costs and everything. But he's a smart guy himself. So it's just that my passions are very different in terms of I do different things. Like I wrote a book. And when I wrote a book, some of my friends say, how did you just pop up? You just disappear and then you just pop up after 6-7 years and suddenly there's a book. When did you become a writer? I said, so I think it's more about having fun with life than anything else.
True.
That's inspiring.
I was amazed. I want to do this visa. I want to do this.
No, thank you so much. No,
I was like that. Like I'm very proud of that. I told my mom, I told my dad that we have pulled off the hard challenge which I took, and I called Ramesh sir also congratulating him. Thank you, Ramesh.
thank him from my side also. Yeah.
And then I think I told my brother in New Zealand
Yeah.
that we got your visa. Then I told my best friend also yesterday that we have pulled off this visa, and everyone in the office also was excited. And I told my counseling team also that if this visa can get approved, then we should try and get every visa, like the kind of things which you learn from fight to fight.
Yeah, because from this you must have had a lot of learning about it.
Yeah, so this was like, imagine somebody keeping a record of paper from 1999. That was when you
1995.
95. So you have those papers, and we are putting it in the chronological order that like everything happened like this, tuck, 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 tuck. So visa officer has the clarity, okay, this guy has a background, these are his papers, and we also mentioned that not every paper is available because these are very old papers, but we still have a record of these employment. So we had to mention all these things to the visa officer so that they don't doubt our integrity that why the paperwork is not complete, because it's so old, that's why we don't have. And once we will start having those documents, if they were found, then we will upload them later. That's what we did with the BA degree also.
No, that was something I must tell you. Not worsening my career. Has anybody asked me for these? No, they just nobody's asked me for any degrees.
Talk to me.
I gave them the files, and most of the jobs have been offered to me. So I haven't even asked for them. They've come to me and offered me the jobs. Right, to want to do this one, or are you still doing this and having fun? But any person who's pursuing a dream, he's coming to you. What is he looking for? Is he looking for fluff? Fluff is ho jayega, ye ho jayega, wo ho jayega. A lot of people do that, right?
Yeah.
And or facts. Okay, yeah, ask them the questions, understand. That gives them the confidence and faith. Okay, he's you would rather be tough in the beginning than tough at the end when something is. So what you did was you told me, sir, this is required. I'm sending you the list of documents. These are the things. Age is not a problem. 55 तक आपको citizen मिल जाएगी, आपको PR 2.5 साल में मिल जाएगा. Facts थे ना. You said you do this degree, you get 5 points, 1 year of work ex 6 points, and your PR is done, and then you move on. And that really gives you trust and faith. And then when the process started, you were available to me. That's the only thing. Except when I called you very early morning. No, but that's a joke. But you always, so you were available, and you answered my questions. Do I need this? How do I do this? And the best thing was, critically, when there was a need for you to show me the way out of a situation, you were always there, sharing your contacts. So that, because sharing your contacts, giving you this, and talk to him, and this will happen, and we'll do it this way. So we found a way, and within the process, and ethically, legally, it gives that faith. Okay, he's not tricking me, he's not giving me story, and I go for it, it's a rejection, I know it, somehow you feel it, right? And he's telling me nahi ho jayega, and then but there was a level of confidence. For example, when you told me legal visas are getting rejected, this is a bummer, because this is like, I thought it was. So I said,
Dull case.
yeah, no. I said, okay. So then I thought through. Sunday I thought through, and then I sent him a message on Sunday evening. I called him on Monday morning. I said, what is the average IELTS score? He said 6.5. I said, where are they from? Punjab and Haryana. I said, which is the highest IELTS score you've seen? He said, 8.5. Yeah, because that time. Because You start thinking, okay, what is the problem? What could be the problem? And then I read that article shared.
Yeah.
But the point is, when you need somebody to hold your hand and make you cross that line, you were there. So it wouldn't have happened without you. I don't think so. Because I have dealt with a lot of people, in Australia and then in New Zealand, that guy, and I thank God, because it was my call. I said, no, you remember I called you on the basis of your video.
Yeah.
And there were at least 5 videos shared with me. Yes, this guy's talking just facts.
Yeah.
He's not talking, raising his voice and giving you stories or building you up. When you're selling, people raise their voice. You're talking in an even tone, very professionally, and you're talking, okay, this is what it is. You can get your PR, you go there, you study, you get 1 year work X and you're done. So that really helps.
मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि हमारी इतनी वीडियो वायरल होती क्यों नहीं, क्योंकि मैं इतना वो करता नहीं हूँ, मतलब मुझे आता नहीं है. I still don't know how to tell stories. I'm very bad at it.
It's not about the stories.
Yeah.
Maybe media influencers, social media influencers to boost your things. I told you everything about myself. I didn't hide. I didn't try to say, there's this. I didn't build a story because, why would I build a story?
Correct.
And that gave me the confidence, okay, this is a challenging case, but I want to take it.
As long as the communication is there, there is always a way around to a situation. And that conversation needs to be very, very honest. If you are hiding the motive behind, like if your goal and my goal aligns that we want to get the visa, then we will just work on that direction. I don't want to get a rejection. You don't want to get a rejection. College don't want to get a rejection. Nobody wants the rejection.
No, nobody wants the rejection. But see, everybody has a certain set of clients they will pull.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like one person will come and take away all the visa. No, it doesn't happen.
Correct.
It will never happen. It doesn't happen with any brand, right? Nike, Reebok, Adidas, Puma.
Nobody is going to...
No, they can't take away the business from all their business, right? But you have your own USP. You will get so if somebody is expecting Juta Dilasa, so what I'm trying to say is you might lose a few clients.
Correct.
But you'll get the good clients.
Correct. So that's what I'm very proud of. That the people I've worked with, and especially as like the people with whom I spend my time, I try and look for honesty, meaning that I should be surrounded by all these people. Nobody should come and say कि यार ये मैंने नहीं बताया, ये छुपा लिया, ये कुछ भी कर लिया. फिर वो मजा नहीं आता, फिर trust factor नहीं आएगा. फिर when people start having doubts, it's very hard to deal with them. Very hard. And honest people will say कि यार मैं सच बोलूँगा ये मानेगा नहीं, फायदा ही क्या है?
नहीं, because...
But then what I think in myself that I need to be straight, I need to be honest, and let the other person decide what they want to decide. It's my job that I should give the honest opinion or advice.
No, yeah, because you will not be comfortable dealing with those people. For what you're doing, if they're expecting, and they will take away more of your time.
Correct. Because other time will go and just convince them.
They won't have papers.
Yeah.
Like you were telling me, कि माँ का बुटीक दिखा दिया, father का दुकान दिखा दी.
बहुत मुश्किल है वो immigration पकड़ चुका है ना ये.
And then your...
So I have a similar case like this. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I have a similar case. Yesterday only I spoke to this mother and I was like, do you really have a boutique? And she was like, yes. And she was like that I will increase my ITR this time. I was like, okay, but where you will going to show the money coming from? Then she was like, I have bulk transactions in my account. So now the point is how immigration is going to pay on those bulk transactions. That is the major challenge here. So now I would have to work on that fight. Like this is in my priority list now. Like I have to solve this case. So every day you're working, you're thinking out of the box. This is my job. Then I have to think out of the box because I have not read many books. ये 10-15 होगी, इसमें सब कुछ है. These are not magnificent books.
That's the best book of all, Bhagavad Gita.
I have bought 3. 2 have been gifted, 1 I have bought. 3 पेज से आगे नहीं पढ़ पाया मास्टर.
गीता प्रबोधनी खरीदो. It's an easier to read. You will.
But मुझे लगता है कि this is like a story which needs to be shared. मतलब अकेले पढ़ के पढ़ी है किसी ने? आपने पढ़ी है?
मैंने कम से कम 15-20 बार ही पढ़ी.
15-20 बार ना 3 पेज से आगे नहीं बढ़ पाया.
No, you have to develop that. If you are looking, see, it's about seeking. Someday you will seek knowledge, not spirituality, knowledge. It's the every time I read it, still I learn something new. It's very personal journey, but nobody can force you to read it.
How exactly? I'm not able to crack it yet. That how I'm going to finish off again.
No.
I remember the Sar. I follow it in my life. That बुरा मत करो, बुरा मत सोचो, और जो आपका कर्म है वही आपकी पूजा है, और हर काम को ऐसे करो कि वो आप प्रभु के चरणों में समर्पित करने के लिए कर रहे हैं. मतलब ये सारे गीता के उसमें your work is your devotion.
No, lot of stuff. Yes, it's one of them.
हाँ, मतलब मुझे याद है जो मैं फॉलो करता हूँ.
जो आप कह रहे हैं वो भी है, but there is a lot more. It's a complete way of living, and what this world is. It's a different thing. It's.
So you can try
And I didn't try it and start reading it. Now I started reading it. Now I started reading in my 30s.
I think that's where I am right now. That I read.
You get there. You get there. You get there. No, but it's like I was gonna say this. It's like a lawyer gets a client, and he's a criminal, and he has to prove him innocent. Right? He proves him innocent, and then he comes back and he commits another crime. So what's happening to the lawyer? He's losing his reputation. He's losing his reputation. See, when you deal with customers, the more you can make money by putting in fake applications. But what it does is it hits your reputation without you knowing, because those people would become this one. You need to be careful with this form, the application. So genuine customers who come to you would get affected by it. Think about it this way.
Interesting point.
Because they would say, oh, right, this guy is sending a lot of applications and a lot of these are fake. So it's credibility. You are putting every time you're putting in an application, you don't think that you're nothing at stake. It's only money. No, it's your credibility at stake every time.
There are 5 steps where the documents get verified.
Okay.
So first is the counselor, who is going to verify the document. Then is the application team. Then the application team of the college will do that. Then they will going to issue the offer letter. Then it will go to the visa team, and then finally the visa officer. So there are 5 layers where the documents will get checked.
And
we don't want any waste of energy. That if I am spending 2 hours on somebody who is giving us the fake documents, we would not even waste a minute on it. The moment we figure out that it's a fake document, we don't want
because it's
life work.
It puts your never underestimate authority which is waiting. They have records of all the people.
Correct. And New Zealand is such a country where they publish the agent performance data. That how transparent they are. They will mark each and every consultant in the list. How many applications did they send? How many got approved? And what is their success rate?
No.
So if your success rate is way up there, then you are only becoming a category leader.
And tomorrow your practice could expand. All these people you're sending abroad. It's a relationship you've established.
And we are going to get repeat business also. We are going to get referrals. We are going to meet so many people.
And then, for example, I am always going to tell people, if you want to go to him. Did you get a call from New Zealand for a partner visa?
But I don't do the part.
I know that, but I told them they can guide. Did you get a call from New Zealand?
I think so. I get one from Chandigarh also. Your
That guy, yeah. But uska mere ko pata nahi hai. He's kind of not sure what he wants to do with
it's okay. We do a lot of counseling. So
Yeah, but
it was like I give him 45 minutes of my time. Now, if this converts, then I don't have to invest any time.
no,
This is
Yeah.
my way of working.
because he's been looking forward. I even put him through to easy loans. The people who
Now, peaceful look.
peaceful loans.
Yeah.
I put them through also.
Yeah.
So if he wants to do it, he will do it.
Yeah.
I think now he knows where he has.
No
to go.
rush.
But I
Yeah, there are the lock.
yeah, that guy told me. My friend called me from New Zealand. Can I get your number? He said for a partner visa. I said I don't think he does partner visas,
Yeah.
but he can guide you. You know, you never know what comes out of it. So I said, speak to him. But you get referrals. You know.
You never thought of going to Canada? I just remembered from this small flag.
No, I never thought of it.
No?
No, I never did. I don't know why. It's when I think I like the uniqueness of Australia and New Zealand. I don't know, for some reason, and because I think there is an explorer in me. I want to fight. I've been there, done that. I've seen Americas, you know.
New Zealand is called the land of long white cloud.
Yeah.
क्योंकि it is like a cloud तो जो island है और पूरे समंदर में दूर दूर तक कुछ नहीं है. And those two beautiful islands placed together. मतलब इतना सुंदर है ना न्यूजीलैंड, इतना सुंदर है कि सभी सुंदर.
No, it's very green compared to
everywhere.
Australia. Compared to Australia, it's much more greener.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में desert काफी है.
Desert because it's
Heat है.
out back inside. Australia is nice. अभी तो crime बहुत बढ़ गया है. I was reading these 2-3 incidents which have happened, stabbing and carjacking, and then that incident with the priest which happened there. But
ये भी सर बहुत इंडिया की कंपैरिजन में तो बिल्कुल negligible.
no, but the point is that it comes in the media.
Every second person is a criminal.
It comes in the media, right? It comes in the media. There are, but I don't know why. Canada somehow never featured in my list of things. You know, been to, Americas, I've seen the life there. Somehow, I don't know. And
Too much corporate concrete.
no, I'm okay with the corporate concrete because I don't get attached to it. I don't get attached to it. I think,
You want to be closer to the nature.
I have always loved nature, and I've always find that. And I'm an outdoor person. I don't like to be sitting inside. But I met a very prominent journalist.
Journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When my book was launched,
Yeah.
we were having a cup of coffee. I was meeting him. लिख देना है Twitter पे कुछ book के बारे में. So he comes on. He's on the panel. He's an economist, or he used to be an editor with Indian Express or something like that, Times of India, something like that.
Huh.
And comes on the panel. So he said, you're not a run-of-the-mill executive. I said, why do you say that? He said, you actually have experience. You've lived a life. You're not like this. I said, I said the traditional milestones bore me. The traditional.
To create your own.
Traditional I've never been a person who's I follow rules, but not don't make milestones for me based on your other people's perceptions.
I'm having my own journey.
It's my own journey, so I'll plan it, and I'm nicer to people than people who follow those milestones. I give more. I don't take anything from people.
You're opposite of not breaking the stereotype, but actually breaking the stereotype.
Yeah,
Sort of a person.
I'm not. I don't fit into a stereotype.
Exactly.
I've always stayed away from a stereotype. I don't want. For example, I'm doing this for you. And my friend, I have a childhood friend in Australia.
Yeah.
Her name is Aushpir. And she said, you don't like to do interviews. You don't like to go to media. You don't like, she tells me, you should do your own podcast. You should do videos. You speak very well.
Yeah.
I said, I just don't like attention. Brother, I don't, I have had high profile jobs. So I was working with Ad Factors. I wonder if you've heard of Ad Factor PR.
Yeah.
The managing director, chairman are all good friends. And they used to be my PR firm with one of the companies I was in Mumbai with. And they would send their VP who was handling the account, this interview. I said, ask this gentleman to do it. Ask this guy to do it. He said, why don't you do it? I don't want to do it. I just don't want. There's something about how people crave that attention to see their name in the newsprint. I just dislike it. I don't dislike it. I just feel like, oh my God, I'm not so desperate. I don't need to see my name to know who I am. I am who I am. I don't need to see my. But this time I said, no, I want to do it because, it's the effort you put in. It's the honest, sincere effort. And not once did I doubt, okay, is he telling me the right thing? Because, I'm not, like I said, I have the benefit of experience. He has the benefit of ability,
Thanks.
So I have the benefit of experience. I can judge people. I can understand people, perceive how they are. And I said, okay, talking to one decent, honest person who's telling me this, said, I can try my best. Not once did he say, ho jaye. He said, I'll try my best. I said, no, you're not doing it. Because obviously I want that, but I appreciate the honesty. So those things really helped, and that's why I said I want to do this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, first thing I asked you, metro station kaun hai aswa? Because I don't want to drive, and but yeah, and hopefully I'll see you in New Zealand soon.
Yes. 28th of May is a flight, so you will reach 1 month before us. So come and welcome us on MBF court.
I have
Joke.
Do you guys have a color scanner?
We can get it done. What do you want?
मेरा पासपोर्ट कराना है. मेरा फ्रेंड है फर्स्ट न्यूजीलैंड में, वो अपार्टमेंट ढूंढ रहा है मेरे लिए. तो उसका रहा मेरे को स्कैन चाहिए फ्रंट और बैक का कलर, बिकॉज मुझको ना वो जो फोटो प्रिंट आउट करा है ना, आई पे द कॉस्ट.
अरे सर लाइक ये ऑफिस है सर, ये तो काम करते हैं.
If I can get a color scan. So I was telling you, interviews. I said, yeah, just got this guy. Do the interview. I don't like doing. For the book, Bloomsbury told me, you have to do interviews. I said, oh my God. You have to open a social media account.
Oh.
I said, no, you're really pushing it. I'm totally social media agnostic. I hired somebody to do my social media for that also. Then they sent me to some new digital news channel, interview here, then it would share here. I did all that, but so a lot of people do that. And actually, funny incident. Once this guy came to me with the P5K, called me. He said, Rajesh, who's the chairman. He said, I have good news for you. I said, okay. He said, Rajinder, Rajesh has given your name, that you're appearing on a panel for the PR Professionals of India conference. I said, I'm not doing this. He said, he's already sent the name. Your name has been published in the panel. I said, are you mad? Why did you do that? I said, and then, the nice guy. So I went, I sat with three people. There was a chairman of CRY and there was this.
Yeah, CRY.
Yeah,
जो
CRY International.
नहीं ये CRY ये जो बेबी प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं.
नहीं, I don't know. It's a charitable.
अच्छा, okay. अच्छा CRY Foundation.
CRY Foundation की chairperson थी और Chlorophyll एक बहुत बड़ी वो है brand management company, उसका founder and me, and I'm like, what am I doing with these accomplished people? These are such, what am I, And I just spoke And then he said, please, can you please do it more often? Can you see my job?
Well, you talk very...
No.
nice.
I come across as an extrovert. I'm not. So it's just follow those things. But
तो भी आपके एग्जैक्टली प्लान्स हैं क्या? आपने कुछ सोचा है या अभी सिर्फ हवा के साथ साथ?
no. I've got classmates there, my roommates there, who stayed with me in college.
इन न्यूजीलैंड?
Yeah.
वाओ, वो क्या करते हैं?
One is working with Kiwi Rail.
अच्छा,
He's a logistics manager with them.
वाओ.
And there is another one. I don't know exactly what he's doing. He's going through a little bit of a personal tragedy sometime back, so I haven't been in touch. So I'm going to go. I'm already looking for an apartment there, on Queen Street. और
क्वीन स्ट्रीट पे अपार्टमेंट नहीं है, आपको मिलेगा हॉब्सन, नेल्सन, साइमन.
नहीं, गोर स्ट्रीट है एक,
कोर्ट स्ट्रीट,
विंसेंट स्ट्रीट है.
हाँ विंसेंट है. विंसेंट स्ट्रीट पे, विंसेंट स्ट्रीट पे नहीं. हाँ
एक क्वीन स्ट्रीट पे भी अपार्टमेंट है जो मुझे दिखा था realestate.com पे ना मिला था.
तो वो बहुत एक्सपेंसिव होगा. कितना?
No, they're coming around $400.
हाँ तो 400 सिंगल बेडरूम थोड़ा ज़्यादा है.
A company fully furnished with everything. वो he is looking into that.
हाँ थोड़ा सा.
तो वहाँ पर जाके I told him, I said, dude, find a job for me. He said, okay, you get a job. It's not a problem.
20 years आपको अलाउड है.
Well, but people work for cash,
मतलब कर नहीं सकते ना लीगली.
तो everybody doesn't do legal stuff, ना? Was it?
आपने क्यों करता है?
No, I don't need to, but I can,
मतलब ऐसी बात नहीं कर सकते ना, ये कट आउट करना पड़ेगा.
तो फिर मेरे को So that is why
ये हम नहीं कर सकते उसमें. आप नहीं कर सकते यार. वो तो बात तो करनी है ना. आप बोल रहे हो ना कि हम नहीं कर रही. आप बिल्कुल ऑनेस्टी में तुम्हें बतानी है. नहीं ये सब वो है, क्या कहते हैं, एक्चुअली क्या है कि जो चीज वहाँ पे कैश में. अरे मैं बताता हूँ. ये इन्होंने ना वो बनाया था, क्या बोलते हैं, ऑब्वियसली वी आर जोकिंग अराउंड इट, बट जो इनका जो फैक्ट शीट है इमिग्रेशन, उन्होंने उस पर क्लियरली मेंशन किया हुआ है दैट द रीज़न वाई डोंट वी एक्सेप्ट, मतलब reason we don't accept students who do not have financial stability in India means they will take the burden on their shoulder of the loan, and then they will work extra apart from their part-time job so that they can pay off the loan. That would disturb their studies, and that becomes the problem later on. So we don't want anyone who is not financially stable.
No. I don't have an issue with the money.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the fact that ये cash बना ना risky और
doing the course which I know like my back of my head.
I know that Masters of Management is what you have been doing.
So I have case studies of my own I can try to wherever you want.
And probably you can become a teacher also.
So
that is another possibility.
My thing is to build a nice network, nice life, and I would make friends.
Yeah.
And that is why I already have friends.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see,
Queen Street पे मैंने कैफे खोल दिया था सर, 24 साल की उम्र में.
तो क्यों नहीं चलाया उसको?
5-20 बिजनेस के कौन से होते हैं, उसमें से एक फेल हो गया.
कौन सा?
प्लेस.
Why?
अरे अब जाओगे तो आपको याद आएगी मेरी बात ये कि क्वीन स्ट्रीट से साइमन स्ट्रीट की तरफ नहीं रास्ता जाता है, वहीं बेसिकली सारे अपार्टमेंट्स हैं. तो जो स्टूडेंट का जो क्राउड आता है उससे ऊपर जो जाता है वो के रोड पे जाता है जो अप पे है. तो यहाँ तक लोग जाते ही नहीं है, मतलब 20-30%
अपार्टमेंट वाज देयर.
हाँ, तो वो लेफ्ट कट जाते हैं, तो वहाँ पे उनको वहाँ पे फुटफॉल नहीं था. एंड वी ट्राइड न्यूजीलैंड फर्स्ट प्रेटज़ल शॉप. प्रेटज़ल शॉप पूरे.
That's new. They don't have pretzel.
They don't have pretzel, and we were the only one. So I asked one of my best friend. He was working as an irrigation engineer. and we were living together. He was from Romania, I was from India, very ambitious that he business karna hai. And then I was like, "Ki we should do the business." It took me almost 6 months to convince him that let's go for it. We took a loan, we finalized the place, everything. We opened the shop. 3 days we worked like 18 hours a day, and then we created a roster. We did everything, but it's just that it was a new thing. We did not know how to market, product fit, all those things, and he actually worked on it for next 2 years. I left it in between. I went back to the job, and then I literally got frustrated that I want to run my business. Why I am into the job? I don't like it. Let me fail in India, because the cost of failure in India is very less. There you will be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to fail. Here, 10 lakh में भी fail हो सकता है. You need to be able to know how to make a frugal business.
Yeah, you need to be, yes.
तो यहाँ पे फेल हो जाते हैं ना, कम पैसों में फेल हो जाएंगे. तो I came back to India. I started with a call center job. I did it for 6 months for 25,000 a month. I took a loan from HDFC of 4,35,000. I asked one of my friend कि तू मेरे साथ इसमें काम कर ले, and next month we had an office in Lakshminagar, and I don't know how to do counseling. My first day I was sweating in the office कि अब मैं ये बच्चा जो आ गया है इसको समझाऊंगा. बाहर इतने बड़े बड़े बोर्ड लगा दिए, सब कुछ कर दिया. And slowly, gradually, I figured things out कि अच्छा ये हो सकता है, ऐसे हो सकता है. Like there was one guy from UK. He was an English teacher and IELTS trainer. He came with one of the students to do the counseling, and I was like कि ये अंग्रेज इंडिया में क्या कर रहा है. तो I started talking to him. I was like कि क्या जवाब सकते हो आप? What do you do? And he was like that I am an IELTS trainer. I said, first I thought how much he would be charging, how much he would be making. So instead of wasting time, I asked him upfront, like, how much do you make? He was like 20,000. I said, would you work part time with me? I'll pay you 12. He was like, how many hours? I was like 4 hours. Done. Come from Monday. And now I have a product to sell. That I have a British trainer. So I was the first one, probably in East Delhi or somewhere or the other. Like that's what I would like to tell. That's how I would like to tell the story. That I was the one who started with 7 a.m. classes. I was like, सुबह सुबह अंग्रेज को बुलाओ, सब आएंगे और बच्चे भी आएंगे. We scaled that center to almost 49 students in a month.
Wow.
Within 2.5 years.
It was an IELTS training center.
We became the IELTS training center. I did not know this business also exists. I figured out while starting off as a consultant. I was like, करेंगे वो आपका कैश फ्लो बन जाएगा, जो स्टूडेंट वीज़ा का पैसा होगा वो प्रॉफिट में कंसिडर हो जाएगा, इससे ब्रेक इवन हो जाना चाहिए. ये मैंने 4 साल ट्राई किया. And I was dealing with people who did not want to spend 5,000, 6,000, low price ticket work. And I was like, why am I not breaking even? Why am I not breaking even? And eventually, after 3 years, we broke even. 4th year, we were profitable. And then Corona happened. अब क्या है कि वो सारा फ्लो बंद हो गया. 3 ऑफिस कर दिए 3 साल में. एंड एक ऑफिस तो तभी खोला था 15 लाख रुपए
ऑनलाइन नहीं गया.
तब तक तो प्रिपेयर कर ही रहे थे ऑनलाइन जाने के लिए कि CRM में started building the YouTube channel, all those things were happening. And Corona happened and I was like कि अरे तो वाट लगती, हमारा तो सारा बॉर्डर सीट पे ही तो काम है, ये बंद हो गया तो सब कुछ हो गया. So then we started with the YouTube. So my wife Shweta, she is a marketing. Like he was the one who gave us the idea कि भाई YouTube करते हैं, because all our experience were in digital media, marketing, PR, and then managing multiple millions of subscribers YouTube channel. And she was like कि consistently video डालते रहो, अपने आप चल जाएगी. And I had zero income. We just got married. Like मैंने तो ये कहा मेरे तो बच्चों के पैसे आने वाले हैं, या तो ये पैसे चले जाएंगे वेस्ट में, या इसकी कर लेते शादी, तो बता पैसे बच जाएंगे.
Love marriage?
Love marriage. And she was okay with that. So we had a 50 people marriage. And देख सस्ते में निपट गए.
Well,
तो इतने सारे लोगों को खाना खिला के क्या करना है, सब ये एंड में जाके ये बोलते हैं दाल मखनी में नमक नहीं था.
no, that's the best way to get married. One of the things about India is the marriages, right? And these days, so they've started hiring trucks with stickers,
I don't know what all.
and the whole bloody house shakes, yeah. You know, I must tell you, you said when you called, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
I have so many friends in Australia, and I was there because I said, okay, we'll figure out something, you know, we get something, and it was working out, but visa mein issue aane lag gaya iski wajah se, you know, they wouldn't. Then I'm like, all right, you know, let's get back to India, maybe I'll start something here. And then my friend from New Zealand said, no, New Zealand, you know, this video. It was like, hello, look at these videos. And I saw your video. I said, yeah, this guy's talking sense. Is it true? Vinay is. I said, this is easy then, you know. But I said, age. He said, no, age, New Zealand is much more relaxed about age than Australia is, because something is, they're different but similar, you know, because Australians are more stuck up. New Zealanders are much more relaxed. So, then I spoke to you and I got convinced. I said, okay, let's go for it. Get it done now. You know, I must, so you know, you were saying that, you know, I'm not able to sell or I'm not able to viral. See, I'll give you an example. Bade Miya, Chote Miya, they've done so many so much marketing. They had these 2 stars doing some pranks on social media also, but it didn't work. Why?
छोटे भी बड़े.
It's a movie.
अच्छा, okay.
It's a blockbuster, very expensive movie. It's not done well. Why? Word of mouth.
अच्छा, ये you're talking about Akshay Kumar and this
Tiger Shroff.
Tiger Shroff, yeah.
And so much marketing they did. Didn't work. Why? Because word of mouth is the most important thing in anything, in services. And then you see Sam Bahadur. Word of mouth makes it successful.
Correct.
It's a small movie, but
We have seen that one, Sam Bahadur, but we did not.
because you
Because I did not connect with the Bade Miyan, Chote Miyan. For me is Amitabh and Govinda.
well, that was
But that is my personal. I did not connect with the movie at all. I thought it is another.
it's a disconnect because but so much marketing. I'm just drawing a association between something like, you know, it is about word of mouth. So your customers are your word of mouth. For example, now maybe you're the only one who's done a visa for a person of my age,
Yeah.
right? And that's a USP, right?
100%.
It's an experience. There is people know you can get it done, and that is why I wanted to do it, because India is ageist.
Yeah.
You know, despite the fact that, you know, you see people, and I'm not the only one. There are people who are sharp. They probably do more work than most of the 25-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
But you know, you want to go to a better life. There is no age limit to start over.
No.
So I'm very grateful to you.
Thank you, sir, for having trust on me. So वो तो बहुत ही.
No, the trust came from your own self, and that is why I said, you know, the way, never question yourself on who you are, because the moment you get out of that zone, you are getting into a zone which you're not familiar with, and you're basically an honest, straight guy, factual guy. You don't faff, you know. नहीं sir, नहीं होगा. You told me a couple of times, नहीं sir, ऐसा नहीं होगा, मैंने आपको बोला था. You know, actually, yeah, he said that. You know, I can't question when you said it. मैंने आपको बोला था. I said, yeah, he did say that, right? And now I can't question. You know, that's very important.